Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Night Terror's Batman issue 1. It's a 2023 story from DC Comics as part of the Night Terror's storyline. This issue follows Night Terror's first blood. So Batman is trapped in the dream realm like everybody else, and he is trying to face off with Insomnia. Batman's been training himself to fight within his dreams and nightmares for a very long time, using that as a means of defense. And he quickly figures out that he cannot wake up because Deadman is in his body, so he can't regain control yet. Insomnia is kind of following him around his nightmares, and he has to face off with several fears, but there's one that he didn't seem to have planned for, and we're left with a cliffhanger ending. Then there's a backup story about Damian Wayne, which really shouldn't be in Night Terror's Batman, it should be in the Robin book, I would think, where Damian goes to see some old guy about the nightmare that he had in the Free Comic Book Day issue, and he wants to study some of their books and scrolls, and he comes across one that shows Deadman in it. But before he can act upon that, Insomnia's plan goes into motion, but it looks like Damian might be immune to it. Both stories were written by Joshua Williamson. The main story was drawn by Guillem with colors by Tomeu Morey, letters by Peteri, and the backup story had art by David LaFuente, colors by Lokus, letters by Peteri. Now both stories were edited by Ben Abernathy, and the cover was by Guillem and Tomeu Morey, which the cover's not too bad actually. It does relate. There is this bat creature that has a gun for a head, which kind of is nightmare fuel, but this is different than Jonathan Crane's usual schemes. And I thought the main story was good. The backup story, the general premise is okay, but it's not going to be followed up on until Night Terror's issue 3, and the art in the backup story is total garbage. It is lazy knockoff manga, and I absolutely hated it. It looks very, very amateur hour. The main story is fine. I'm not a giant fan of some of the stylistic choices they're going with, the more manga flair to things, but it at least looked more like a regular comic book as opposed to whatever bad deviant art and Tumblr art the backup story was aimed at. So is it worth $5? No. It's worth about $2. Get it out of a bargain bin. It's a good overall story. It's just kind of stuff we've already seen before. Yeah, they're looking for the Nightmare Stone. It's hidden in some hero's dream, but this was mostly a fight book with Batman wandering through his dreams. It really is very difficult to see this as anything other than a slight derivation from what they did with Jonathan Crane in several issues of Batman books over the years. It just really doesn't have anything new to it. So if you could get it for about $2 or $2.50, I would say it's probably worth that. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.